be yourself. Okay, self-awareness is one thing that always push you ahead. You need to know yourself, what you can do. You shouldn't be copying people's lifestyle. Know your background, where you come from, and go by it. If you are not rich, don't be portraying a rich lifestyle.
I love that.
Yes, know the background you are coming from. After all, when you complete and you go there, nobody knows that you were poor. Of course, it's a university and it's a community on its own. Live a lifestyle. Now, let me use this as an example for you, that when you portray the lifestyle of a rich person and someone wants to help you, the person knows that you're already rich.
Sure.
So there's no need for helping you.
Hi lovely people, my name is Village Boy and welcome to Village Boy YouTube channel. As usual, it's another time, another day for us to learn again, another time to be inspired by people's stories, what they are actually doing for their selves and other people, right? The impact they're having in the lives of others. And today, I'm very fortunate to have one gentleman who is doing so well for himself as well as impacting lives. You know, sometimes I'm kind of like, you know, how does he even get time to learn? But this gentleman is so wow. It's supernatural, man. So without much ado, let's invite him over and we are going to hear his words so far. All right, so Mr. Dapila, you're welcome to Village Boy YouTube channel. You can come over.
All right, thank you very much, my brother.
All right, so thank you so much for honoring our invitation as well.
You're welcome.
I'm super proud of you coming to Village Boy YouTube channel to share your stories with us. All right, so I hope you are doing well.
I'm doing good.
Bless God. Okay, so we want you to tell us a bit about yourself. Then we take it from there.
Okay. My name is Dapila Moses. Actually, but most of the people know me by the name Kwame Moses.
Okay.
Kwame Moses has been the name, or let me say the political name that I've been using on campus as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but my actual name is Dapila Moses.
Okay.
And I'm offering Become Management. That's Bachelor of Commerce Management. Level 400 right now.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So without much ado, I would say that's the little
you can say about yourself. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. All right, so today our conversation is going to be exclusive. We are going to take it right from the genesis, you know, where you started your primary school, your JHS, your SHS, then finally University of Cape Coast. You know, our audience would want to hear those things, and through that they are going to be inspired and also learn something from your story. So the ball is in your court right now. Take us from your village, where you come from, your primary school, your JHS, your SHS, and the university. So you take us from the beginning.
Thank you very much, and
you're most welcome.
I greet your viewers as well.
Thank you.
Actually, I was born in the Western region, a place called Takwa.
Okay.
Yeah, that was where I was born.
Okay.
And that's where I took my primary school from.
Okay.
But when I completed, my dad and my mom comes from Upper West.
Okay.
So they decided to take me to Upper West to take my secondary. So I actually attended one senior high school. It's most convincing, or people don't believe that I actually attended that. And I can speak the language because when I came to campus, I've been speaking the Fanti. So most people be like, I'm a Fanti.
You are a Fanti?
No.
Okay.
I'm a Dagari by
Nice,
tribe.
nice, beautiful.
So that's why I schooled for the past 3 years. That's from 2014 to 2017, where I completed. It wasn't an easy journey.
Okay.
When we completed 2017, I wasn't having the intention of coming to school. Yeah.
What happened really?
Financial issues. Yeah, I would say
okay.
But myself, I wasn't prepared to come to school. But God and His own ways and how He works. One thing I always tell my people is that don't think God has abandoned you. If it's not your time, if it's not your time, then it's not your time. But if it gets to your time, He will surely work for you. I was there. I was working for my auntie in a provision shop where a woman came and was like, the way you used to speak and the way you are humble over here, will you like to continue education? He even asked me whether I've completed. I said,
really?
Yes. I said yes. He asked me how many years now. I said 2 years. He said, wow.
My goodness.
And you are still here. What are you doing here? I was like, myself, I didn't tell him it was financial problem. But myself, I'm not really into. Not knowing this woman was a manager at Goldfields.
My God. So because of your humbleness?
Yes. When she came, I took her basket. We went through picking some stuff. So whilst we were shopping, he was just not knowing this woman was even my tribe. I didn't even know. So she told me to describe myself a little bit. Where I told him I was a Dagari. He was like, what? So he started speaking my language. When I replied, then he was like, oh, so why am I schooling? Why am I not schooling? I was like, I don't feel like being 2 years because that was 2017 to 2019.
Okay.
So he asked me that, and I was like, I'm not feeling well too. And he was like, okay, do I think I can still school? I'll say, of course, if I get the assistant. So he told me to get his contact, call him, and God being so good, he offered me a scholarship through his help. So through my 4 years being stayed on campus here, my school fees and my accommodation was being funded by Goldfields Foundation. And I really say thank you. What I'm even excited of is after completing, I'll go there to say a very big thank you, because it would have been easy.
That is beautiful. I love that. I love this. You know, God bless what's the name?
Goldfields Foundation.
Goldfields Foundation. God bless you so much. All right, so now take us to SHS. You know, some of the things. What course did you read? Have you you read in SHS? We want to know those ones. We are taking it because from the genesis, we want to know everything about you.
Okay. Let me take you from my primary aspect. When I go to let me start from JHS 1.
Okay.
Most of the teachers were seeing some kind of leadership aspect in me, because I used to take any leadership role like in that time they call it class prefect and those types.
Okay.
So when I got to Form 2, as we used to say, they told me to aspire for school prefect.
Okay.
I didn't, and when I got to Form 3, they forced me
to apply
to come here. It didn't really vote, so they appointed me. Then they voted for the assistant and the rest.
So they voted for the assistant rather, not the
not the main, because I was appointed by the headmaster. So I became the school prefect. So we completed. So I took that leadership role into myself, that I can do something better than this. When I got to SHS, that was senior high school. I didn't give up already. I was up that I don't know how it works, but even that day I didn't, because I offered business.
Okay.
I offered business in SHS, and when I went there, I didn't have the passion of offering business, so I went to the science class because I wanted to change my course to science. I was in the science class where I was being sacked back to go to business class because
you didn't choose.
I didn't choose science.
You want to sneak in and do science.
I chose 4 schools. And the 4 schools, I chose all of them to be science. So my dad told me to choose business as an option.
Okay.
So these 3 schools were all science. So the other one was was business. It
was business.
And I wasn't expecting I would get that one, because I knew at least among the 3 that I've chosen science, I would get one of them.
Oh.
But unfortunate, or is it fortunate, I got the business.
You got a business?
Yes.
My God.
So when I got the business and I got to campus, I wasn't excited about it. So I rather changed it myself. I was following
science?
To the science class.
Okay.
But later they came to
advise talk to you,
guys,
and then
if you are not in the class, you're supposed to return back to your original class. Otherwise, you'll be facing some sanctions and those stuff.
Okay.
So I went to business class. I think I spent about 2 weeks or a week in science class.
My God, so many you've gathered a little of information.
I love the course. So when they sent me back to business class, the unfortunate, or let me say the fortunate thing, the day I got there was the day they were appointing class prefect for them. And because I don't know whether it's a miracle or something like that, when I got there, I didn't know what they were voting for.
Okay.
Because when I got there, before Razy, I think the teacher was in front of them asking who will be like. I didn't know, because I'm that kind of person. I'm some way jovial.
Okay.
I also lifted my hand up.
So you didn't know what the agenda is, but you just lifted your hand.
Of course.
Okay.
So they called us. We were about 3 people. They called us in front, and the people were like, do you know what we are voting for? I said, I don't know. And they were all laughing at me. So the teacher said we should vote. So when they mention your name, you turn back. Then the people will lift up their hand
and vote.
So we all turned back. When they voted, I was then the lecturer. The teacher told me that you are the course rep. I was like, how?
Hey.
I was like, how?
The leadership spirit is so much clear for them to see. It's so much clear for them to see. Okay, continue.
So when I became the class prefect for almost the 3 years. Stay on campus. And I loved it. I enjoy it almost. Let me say the punishment, the sacrifice, and all those things. It was very good. I wanted to aspire for the school prefect by then, where my uncle came in by saying it's not good and that kind of spiritual this thing.
I see. I understand that.
We shouldn't. But I was still forcing. I told my dad about it, and he was like, "If my uncle says this, then I should obey."
You should obey that.
But for the class prefect aspect, I was still inspired with it. And I was included in the committee because I didn't aspire for
okay,
that.
okay. I think that is also a bigger distinct position as well.
Sure, because they were all expecting me, the lecturers, let me say the teachers,
okay,
expecting me to aspire for. So when my uncle came in by saying that, then I dropped out of the race. So that's where my leadership journey began.
Okay.
And to me,
so before we move to the next one you're about to talk about, what brought you to the University of Cape Coast? Why did you choose the University of Cape Coast?
University of Cape Coast.
Are there no other universities?
Oh, sure, there are other universities, of course, but it has been on my mind.
Okay.
Since I was in how do you call it, SHS.
Okay.
That whether rain or shine, the only university I will attend is the University of Cape Coast.
Okay.
For that one, that was my inspiration because the school prefect that was elected when I didn't aspire for was in my class.
Oh, okay.
And actually, he was also aspiring to become a leader. Okay.
I see.
When I was also racing, so with me racing with him in the same class would have been good. But when I dropped, it became an opportunity for him to race.
to take over.
Sure. And God being so good, he raced with science people, visual people, and we won.
Wow.
From my class. So I was so close to him, where he also said he will also come to the University of Cape Coast. So when we completed, that was 2017. He came here on, I think, 2018.
Okay, so
he
he's one year ahead of you.
Course.
Okay.
So he has even completed. He did economics with mathematics.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. He's even a teaching assistant right now on campus.
Campus here.
So when I got people who also said they will come to the University of Cape Coast, that means I have some people attaching to her.
Beautiful.
So when I came here, I met him. It was nice. I said, how do you call it? The assistant school prefect, a lady. Yes, she's also here.
She's also here.
Yeah,
then I must say your entire SHS is here.
Of course. We have an association on campus.
I think that UCC has to award you people for bringing more product to the school.
So I would say my entire leadership portfolio started from SHS.
That is so beautiful. Now take us through the leadership experience you had so far. You happen to be the former public relations officer for the UCCABS, the business, the giants, right? Okay, so you take us through the business, what do you call it, the leadership experiences, things that you face, the challenges you take us through, and then we proceed with some of the things that you've been doing for students on campus.
Okay, with my leadership experience on campus, it has been easy. Yeah. You know how
because UCC is so tight.
Of course. learning everyday quizzes and combining that with your political aspects. It hasn't been easy. But one thing for sure is not giving up is one thing that I always admit to myself. When I start, I need to finish.
Repeat that one for me.
When I start, I need to finish. The word not giving up always inspires me.
Oh.
Because when I look at where I come from, when you give up, there's no one going to do that thing. So when you start something, one thing I will tell your viewers, on my viewers as well, is that when you start,
look into the camera and tell
when you start, don't just give up. Finish. Because when you stop, nobody knew that you started something and you didn't finish.
Exactly.
That's the aspect.
Exactly.
No one will know that you didn't finish.
Wow.
So let's say you started an academic journey, then you go to level 200, you just stop. Nobody minds. But when you finish, everybody knows that you're a graduate. Okay. So when you don't finish, nobody knows that you didn't. So not giving up is not an option. You shouldn't even include it in your academic journey or in your political life. Giving up until it is done, not giving up.
Wow.
So that's where it started. And when I came, the same thing happened here as well. When they were appointing course rep, I was appointed by the lecturer.
Appointed by the lecturer again?
Of course.
My God, well, continue.
Yeah, that was my economics lecturer appointed me as.
What's the name of the lecturer?
Let me see. Francis Ando. Yeah.
Francis Ando.
Yeah,
wow.
He's in the economics department.
My God.
He just looked at me the way I dressed. When I came, I used to because I was a business student. I like.
You put on the
official, then the tie.
I like that.
Yes.
I can even attest to the fact that all the time I see you officially dressed, you are so awesome, man.
So when he saw me, he was like, wow, I like the dressing. So, and that moment when he was coming, I met him and I took his bag to the class. Okay, so when he was about leaving the lecture, he told me that I will be his course rep. then you told the class. So from then, and the fortunate aspect was when we go School of Business, we elect program reps aside the
normal elections that you do.
We have program reps for all classes. So if become management level 400, we have a program rep aside the course reps.
Okay, so you have
a program rep.
So there's levels.
Of course. If you're a course rep, you're a course rep for a particular subject.
Okay.
But for the program rep, you're a program rep for the whole class.
For the whole class.
So you stand in for the class. But the course rep stands in for the course. So let's say if a lecturer tells this course rep that we are going to have a quiz on this day and it's not favorable for us, you are going to fight for that in that particular course, but not for
the entire class. Let's say different courses that you are doing within the semester.
But the program rep stands for everything, especially when it comes to our timetable. Now, that's because I'm the program rep for them. I was appointed as the program rep as well. So the course rep.
Man, you are blessed. You are so blessed, and because of the kind of the submissiveness that you have as well, and your way of presenting yourself is so top notch. Yeah.
So when I became the program rep, of course, from level 200, as they are watching, and I know they will watch, my class people, they will attest to the fact that we have enjoyed the semester, though it has been easy.
Okay.
We like to push our classes from Friday up to Wednesdays. That was my duty. I've been doing that. So when the timetable is being dropped and they see Thursdays and Fridays, they'll be like, Moses, your job has come.
So do something for them. Of course.
And I think this semester, as I can attest to you, that we end our class on Wednesday. On Wednesday 4:30.
I wish we have you in our department, man.
So Thursday, Fridays, we don't have a class.
Wow.
But it's about the relationship you create with the lecturers and with yourself. You need to talk to them.
Wow.
It's not like convincing them because they are older than you. You can't convince them.
Yeah, you can't.
You need to talk to them. It's about understanding.
Okay.
And most of the times it's about the rapport or the relationship you have with them.
Okay.
Say, please, within this time on Tuesday, will you be free? We would like to shift our class from Friday or Thursday to this time. Oh, okay. Let me look. If I don't have any class around that time, the lecturer checks and there's no lecture around that time. Okay, I'm free with that. So we'll be shifting them. So from Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, up to, so we have 4 weekends for us. We have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for ourselves. It's very awesome.
This is so amazing.
Of course, we have amazing. We have a lot.
All right. So becoming a public relations officer for UCCABS, the business giant. How did it happen? How did you even, won the election? Because it is not easy.
Of course, it's not easy. I would say I didn't inspire or I didn't have it in mind of aspiring for the public relations officer. I wanted to aspire for the president.
The president?
Yeah, the presidential
So what happened?
position. But what happened was, when I came, one thing about me is I don't like racing with my close friends.
Oh.
Of course, as I
So your close friend is also going for?
Of course. They were, all of them, let's say 3 of them. We were 4 in number, and all of them were my close friends.
Okay.
So it became a race within us, and it's like was creating that kind. I don't care whether you're my friend or whatever. I still create that rapport with you.
Okay.
If I'm going for a contest with you.
Okay.
That kind of relationship wasn't there. So I rather say to myself that okay, fine. I want to continue this journey. I would like to aspire for the SLC aspect. So let me go for the, how do you call it, the PRO aspect.
Okay.
So I dropped from the presidential race to the PRO aspect, where my friends also contested and won. I don't know whether I know Marcelo. He was the former UCCABS PRO at my time.
Okay.
So he's now former. Yeah. So he won and I also won. And the massive aspect was, I think I break a tie.
You break a tie?
Of course. UCCABS people will tell you.
What's that?
No one has gotten, I think we are about 4,000, close to 4,000.
Okay.
School of Business. So anytime that we vote, we get close to 3,500 people voting.
Okay.
3,500 people voting.
Okay.
But at my time, they said I break the tie because no one has gotten the votes I got.
So what was the vote you
My
got?
opponent got 605.
Okay.
And I got 1,555. So they dividing my vote into 2. It's like my opponent getting half of it.
My goodness.
So it's like when you're racing with someone, at least maybe 100 or 50 votes should be.
Yeah, should be the difference. But this one is so. Oh my God, this
multiplying it being like breaking a tie.
Wow.
So
wow.
but it was fun. Yeah, but it wasn't easy.
Combining
that
I know
with
that.
academic job, going to these classes, campaigning. And it wasn't just, I didn't have it in mind, as I said, to even aspire for any of them.
Okay.
But when I came, level 100, when we moved to level 200 and level 100 people came,
okay,
I just gave myself a volunteering job. At that time, they were at Indum. Some of our students were at Indum. So we volunteered, we went there to help them, since they are not living the campus life that we have over here.
Okay.
So we used to go there every Saturday.
Okay.
To help them, let them experience the campus life.
The campus life.
Of course, we just visit them, have some talk with them, go to their rooms, have some talk with them. So most of them were asking me, "Why are you going for any position?" And I said, "No, I'm not going for." Any
so those days they were.
Yes. So I wasn't having it in mind that I would be aspiring for. But the way they were asking me, then I think after we left for about 3 weeks or something like that, some of them were like, "No, please, you can do something for us. We don't want you to stop.
You need to.
We don't want you to stop." And I told them I'm not stopping, but they still insisted that since I'm not stopping, then I should aspire for some portfolio so that I'll be giving them some assurance that I'll be there for them. So I aspired for the PR aspect, and by God's grace, I had it. And when I had it too, I didn't give up on them. I still visited them, and now they have joined us. Now we don't have an Indum again.
Okay.
They join us on campus here. It's a rapport that I've created with them.
And I think one thing is you are giving value first.
Of course.
And that's how come they were able to be like, even you have to go for something for them so that you can lead them. I think that is so awesome. Okay, so now we are shifting to another topic. That is, you have quite a number of people on your WhatsApp, right? Quite a number of people. And yesterday you revealed something to me. I was shocked because that thing never came to mind. The thing is this: you said you would want to use your WhatsApp status to raise funds to, donate to the orphanage.
Of course.
Guy, you be too much. Because I've never thought of this. It has never even struck my mind. So now take us through. How come into your mind that you have to do this?
Okay. When I started this journey, it's not like I just had the number of people viewing my start at once. It's been a political journey, as I said. The more you create the relationship with them,
with people,
you have your contact, you also vibe with them. People don't just watch your status just by seeing something there, but it's about how you create something, some inspiration. I don't just put everything on my status. Most of them are informations concerning students.
Okay.
Most of them are informations like in the parliament, or let me say Ghana as general.
Sure.
Most of them are the ones on campus here. So they like, some of them just come into my DM being like, a day that I've not even updated my status, they'll be like, is it that there's nothing going on? I'll be like, most of the times I've been busy. Sometimes I've been busy with myself, and I don't even go online to update my status or something like that.
Okay.
But most of the times I update. Someone will tell me that I've been even if I miss anything, when I come to your status, I have all the information going
exactly.
on.
That is true. I can even confirm that, because anytime I want any information concerning the school, maybe students as well, if I go to your stats, I see those kind of stuff.
So I used to do that, and especially with their academic calendar, I'll just be updating them, telling them, left with some weeks to the examination, some weeks to this, for them to be abreast with the time left. So I just have time for those things for them. Like as a student now, we have, I think, about less than 3 weeks.
Yes.
Now we are entering into another week, so it's about 2 weeks for us to get to our examination week. Some of them don't even know, because the first time that the academic calendar was released was where they saw it, and they don't even know the number of weeks that we are spending on campus here. So I just upgrade my start, I update my start with it. We are left with these weeks to vacate, this week to the examination, for them to be, if you are not learning, you are braced on, that the time is limited for you to.
Okay. So with you made mention that you assist students to do their registration, those who have challenges and those kind of stuff. As a student, you're also a student.
Of course.
You also have, things to cover. How are you managing? How do you manage to do those kind of stuff for students?
It's always been one of me.
Because it's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. The number of people that will be calling you, have not been able to register, then those things, please, can you talk to? I will start from the time of SK.
Okay.
the former SLC president. I was having that close relationship with him.
Okay.
And I will call him most of the times, chatting with him, those things. So it's very hurting that people comes into your DM or call you by telling you, I have not been able to pay my school fees. I just paid and the deadline is over. So we lay all these concerns. Most of the times I call SK or chat him that most of the people haven't registered. Okay, so if you remember, during SK's time, they shifted the dates for about 3 times.
Most of the time.
Yes. It's about the concerns that the students raised about their registration.
Okay.
So this is the little that we can do. I think last week, someone called me. He hasn't been able to register. I should help him talk to barrister if they will still open for admission. But there are certain procedures if you are not being able to register that I always give them. You need to go to your department, okay, for them to raise a supplementary sheet for you. Like you were not able to register.
Wow.
Yes, you're supposed to do that if you were not able to register. Otherwise, you will not be able to write. If even you write the exams, you will not see your results because your script will be marked and they will not input it because they don't have your data for that course. So you need to see the lecturer involved, all the lecturers. If you are offering 8 courses, you need to see all the lecturers.
All of them.
For them to raise that for you. Otherwise, you will not see those results. So I always tell them to do that first before in case they open a registration, you will do that. Not only that, but also helping them. Most of them are admission.
Okay.
Yes, of course, admission, and people will be giving my contact to them for me to help them with the admission process and those things. So I've been doing all those things alongside, and it's been nice. When you help, one thing I always feel proud of is being like someone being happy because you've helped him. I always feel proud.
I love this.
It's very nice when you see people outside and they tell you that when I was coming to the university, you were the one that helped me. And when they come to look for you.
Wow.
Most of them are not just the students. I've met most of their parents who have come to me to just thank me. It's very nice. Wow. I just feel proud when those things happen. It's very nice. So I always encourage the leaders that it's not just about the leadership portfolio, that this is your duty. So when you go by it, you are done. You can do these things to help people.
Okay.
Yeah, without you being a leader. You shouldn't be a leader before you
start to help people.
Of course.
That's so amazing.
Yes.
That's so amazing.
You can do that without being a leader.
So are you able to respond to all messages? With that kind of larger, tell us the number so that our audience will know that it is so easy.
Okay, I would say
what they are doing is so easy.
On average, my status view is 1,000. That was an average. But on the let me say the highest view I've seen is 1,005 a day.
So if it happens that way, maybe you posted something on your stat and everyone, will reply you. How do you or you have automated your stat?
Oh no. I find
it's a full course though.
Of course. I find that most of the times we have something we call discipline. Okay, being a leader, you can't go or be a leader. Like you being a leader, you need to discipline yourself.
You need to discipline yourself.
Yes, you need to discipline yourself. Yes. Discipline is one key thing that helps every leader in aspect. So when you are learning, I need to put my phone aside for 2 hours. You don't touch your phone. Even if you get calls, you need to put the phone aside. When you are done with those 2 hours, if it's 2 hours for the phone or 1 hour for the phone, you just stick to it.
Okay.
So most of the times people will be like, I called you and they didn't pick, and those the numbers are large. It's not only me. Those who have those kind of numbers who attest to the fact that it's not easy being responding to those tests.
Wow.
So when I'm learning, I just put my phone on silent. When I'm done, I just allocate those times. So whether 50 or 300 or whatever, I will find time to reply to all those messages. Yes.
This is so amazing.
And when I got to know of the number, the first time I had about 1,300 to 1,500, I had it in mind that I can do something with this number, not just watching my status and then.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's where that inspiration or that came into my mind. That okay. At first, I wanted to help students in advertisement of their product. So I started that. I think I used to do it on every Saturday.
Okay.
Yes. Now that I've changed. So those who view my status, they know. So I allocate some days for them.
Okay.
I post their status, their flyers, their product on my status for people to see. So most of the time they just come to my DM. I get a lot of customers from your your status.
Okay.
They will come and be like, I saw this flyer on Kwamo's status and those things. So most of the time they have been shifting or bringing the flyers to me, and what they just do is, oh, I'm grateful, so I will send you some data so that you help. So most of them, let me say not all of them, but most of them will tell you, I will send you some data. They do that, and I do that for them as free
of charge.
I don't take anyone a pin.
Hey.
Whether political, whether business, I don't take anything from any of them.
Hey.
So anything you see on my status, I've not taken
anything,
nothing from any of them.
In fact, God bless you.
When you do it and they appreciate it, they come to your DM, oh, let me send you some airtime to this number so that you can help me some other time. But I don't take anything from them. But moving forward, I think we've been students, but we can still do something. Exactly. It's like me asking you for 1 cedi or 2 cedi. It's not any huge money.
Yeah.
Yes, that you are willing to give.
Very affordable.
So I thought of it and I was like, if I have this number, so let me use, I said on average is 1,000. If I get 1 cedi from each person, that's 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, 1,000 Ghana cedis.
Times 2, that's 2,000.
2,000.
So if all of these people contribute, let's say an average 2 cedis to help these people, that means you'll be raising around 2,000 Ghana cedis. And everyone, it's not like they are mandated to pay just 1 cedis.
Yeah, anyone can pay any amount he's okay with.
If you can pay 5 cedis, 10 cedis, those things, yes, it's acceptable. So we can raise about 3,000 to 5,000 Ghana cedis from these people to help the orphanage. It's always hearted when you see people and they don't have what to eat the next day. We have been privileged to be here.
Exactly.
Of course, I'm one of them. I've been privileged to be here. Of course. So anytime that I find opportunity to help people or help someone, I don't give up on it. So we need to venture into those things where someone helped you. You shouldn't just limit yourself to what has been given to you, but also use that as a yardstick to help people.
Other people.
If that woman didn't help me to come to the university, I wouldn't have gotten those numbers I'm talking about.
Exactly.
So those numbers on my status are there for a reason. They are not just there to watch my status, but they are there for a reason.
In fact, the woman will be super proud of you.
Of course.
Because I always say that when someone helps you and you don't help anybody, even the person have wasted it.
Of course. So whatever I do on campus, helping people, I do everything for free. I don't. What am I taking for? That's the help. Someone gave me a helping hand. So let me. Someone lifted me up to this level. So what I'm left with is also to help the others.
Wow.
Of course. You can't do it. Or I can't give them money to
let me engage my audience and I'll come back to you. So audience, thank you so much for watching this video up to this point. I really appreciate you. I hope you like the video. You are enjoying the video, right? He's sharing so many things to us on this platform. And so do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notification bell. Thank you so much. Now let's go back to Mr. Dapila. All right, so now, aside all these things that we spoke about, what other thing you want us to know?
One thing about myself, or
anything that you want myself and the audience to know.
Okay. What I would like, especially to the political leaders who are coming up, one thing now, what I always have to tell people when they come to me, most of them who are aspiring for this political position comes to me that we need your help and those things. And I always say, don't just limit yourself to what you can do. You can do more exceedingly than what you are doing right now. And we learn from mistakes.
Okay.
Of course, I wouldn't say everything I did was perfect, because it's not everything that you do to humans that will be pleased. Not everyone will be pleased with what you did for them.
Okay.
Yes. So you need to learn from your mistakes. Yes. And not just from yourself, but others.
Others too.
So you need to seek the views of those political leaders who have left office, the mistakes they encountered. You are not asking for those mistakes to repeat those kind of mistakes, but you are asking for their views on those mistakes to avoid making them in your tenure of office.
Okay.
So you just don't go there for advice, but also act of their mistakes. I would have inform all of them that when you meet any political leader that you need or you've chosen as a mentor, when you go to them, not just what they were able to accomplish, but ask them of the mistakes that they committed.
Okay.
So that you won't commit those kind of mistakes.
My God.
Of course, when you don't commit those kind of mistakes, that means you are going to be super. You use the word super proud of yourself.
Yeah, super proud of yourself.
Of course, and you are going to be great. Every mentor wants his mentee to be greater than him. So if you choose someone as your mentor, you need to become greater than who the person was or the person is. So they need to learn from that. And it's not just about telling me vote for me, but it's about the rapport or the relationship you create with the people. even in the face of atrocity or problems, they're still standing for you. So you need to have people who love you for who you are and not for what you have.
Okay.
Yes. Not for what you have, but let people love you for who you are. As a leader too, you need to be humble. I always told them, don't be like, after you've won the election, you don't know those who voted for you. When you see them, you don't greet them and those things.
You just pass by them,
of course,
anyhow.
It doesn't create. Let me tell you that even on on campus here, leadership is just for a year, whether SLC or whatever. It's just a year rule. And after that year, we've just left office. I already have believed that I've left office and it's now 2 years now.
You see.
So when you get the position, it shouldn't be too timid or be like you've gotten don't let the power given to you control you. But control the power. Of course. Don't change your lifestyle. If you even change your lifestyle, not totally, from the way you relate with them. When you see them, you pass by, you don't create that kind of. Now you are dealing with those kind of people, so their problems and everything will be coming to you. Even if you are, let me use the PR aspect. You are to channel this between the students and the board, whether the executives or the head ahead of you. But if you don't create that kind of relationship with them, how are you going to communicate? How are you going to get the ideas from these people? Someone will just be passing comments like, when you got this portfolio, he has changed this. When you got this, and it's true, most of the leaders have changed. I must admit, our former executives who left on power, I admit SK. SK is my mentor as well. Of course, I admit his leadership portfolio. It's not only me, most of the students, not just the bundle that he brought, but we knew he did a lot of stuff. And our former, let me say, our SLC president is also doing well as well. It's not being, it's being a leader. You see most of them talking about his 5 gig bundle not coming. It's not his, like, how will I even put it? He's willing to just hold the 5 gig bundle, because yesterday they released the letter. And I know most of the students read it, knowing that it's not the fault of the SLC, but for the fault of
the management,
of course. So it's not easy being a leader. Of course, you need to accept critics in your way out and out.
That is insightful over there. Another topic we have to talk right now before we wrap up is, the agenda of this channel.
Yes.
That is to advocate for our villages.
Of course.
Now, what's your take on our villages? Do you see any future? Do you see any good thing, going into our villages? Do you see anything like, changes that will happen in our villages soon? Like, what's your take so far?
Okay, for our villages, it's very necessary. I will even say that the villages are more of, I won't say it's having a higher priority than the cities, but I would say we have the things that the cities don't have. We have the food. We supply the cities with the food. You can't go to Accra and a whole lot. Those food and the stuff that they get in the market are all from the villages. I had the opportunity to have a course last semester called Entrepreneurship. And when you read this kind of course, you know that we have a lot of resources in our villages that we can make a lot of money from them. Of course, we can farm. And not just our farming aspect, but the produce that we make out of it. So if it's cassava, we are not just selling the cassava to the people. What can we make out of the cassava? How are we going to process those cassava? Now, if we have something we call this food, let me use gari for example. If we are just selling the gari in the market to the people in a container, they will just buy it in that way. But let's put it in this way: package the gari in a different a package. Have a beautiful design for it. You will see that people will be serving this gari in the supermarket, not just only the market aspect. Now rich people eat these stuffs. It's not like they don't eat gari or they don't eat this. They eat, but where they will go and buy it, they don't feel like going to buy those things at the market. But when they go to the supermarket, it's a different thing altogether. It's in a package, so it has been packaged in a different form.
That is so true.
Now there was this man, I learned of him when I was offering those courses. He ventured into fish farming, and he was he said he was a professor. Who lost his job, and when he came, now he started rearing fish, this catfish. Now he has been able to smoke these fish, package them, and these fish are now being stocked in the supermarket.
Wow.
You see, when you come to our Ghanaian society, you only get fish from the market, where you see the market people putting them on, something, and you see flies all over.
All over.
Now he has been able to package these things, and now he has been able to shelf them in the supermarket. So when they go to the supermarket, they just pick them without coming to the market. So we can make a lot of things from our produce, from our local, let me say, our villages as well, to make a lot of money. One thing I would like to do when I complete is not just offering or basing myself into this management aspect.
Okay.
What I have, my junior brother, I'm very proud of him. He has ventured into, how do you call it, rabbit farming.
Okay.
He started with just 5 rabbits, and he's now having a lot of rabbits.
My goodness.
With the help of my dad, he's having a lot of rabbits. Now I want to help him after I've completed to open it, have a lot, or let me say a big farm. So even if not for anything, for that community, he will be the largest producer of rabbit.
Okay.
That community. Then from that community, you see that it starts
repelling, like, you know.
So I want to venture into that as well, and for myself too, I want to venture into catfish farming.
Catfish,
of course, catfish farming.
It's very prolific.
Of course,
the catfish farming, yeah, very profitable as well.
So I want to venture into that with him as well in that rabbit farming, because it's not just about the white collar job.
Yeah,
the farming aspect gives money than the white collar job. Let's take for example, you being a graduate and they are paying you like 2,500 for a job. You are happy for that. How much? Me myself, 2,500 without how much are you going to spend as a graduate? You're going to pay your house bill, yourself, your clothing and those things. 2,500.
It will not take you anywhere.
But those who have ventured into, with the investigation that we did, we have a man who went into this catfish farming. Now he rears them and now sell them as the way they smoke tilapia, grill tilapia and those things. Now that's what he has been doing. He said he has been able to grill most of the catfish at least 20 a day. That's how the number of
20 a day. So how much is
he sells once at 100 Ghana cedis. So he makes 2,000 Ghana cedis, taking his expenses and everything.
Just a day.
Just a day. So taking his expenses and everything, let's say he gets he owns the catfish farm, so he doesn't pay for that. So he just pays for those.
Who do the?
Nah, he does it himself.
Okay.
So the pepper, they do
yes, those ones.
The spice and those things that you use. Yes, that's it. So they are not even up to 500 Ghana cedis. So if he makes like 2,000 Ghana cedis a day, and he takes those expenses from them, he makes like 1,500 a day.
That is huge money.
Yes. So when he multiplies this 1,500, he took just 20 days from the month, but he works throughout the whole month. But he just took 20 days. So it was like we should multiply that 1,500 by the 20, and we see the number of amount
it's
that
not
he's
small.
making without having any employee. Look at the amount. So 1,500 times 20, he's earning like getting to 200 to 300. So like 20,000 Ghana cedis, 30,000 Ghana cedis. That's the amount he's having. And he said for now he has been able to open branches in Accra. So they go to Kasua, Madina and those things. He has trained people who are working there for him. So he's earning money from this.
But you see, our Ghanaian society, they have that kind of mindset that when you finish school, you need to get government job. If you don't have government job, it means that you came to the school, you didn't pass the exams, you don't know anything.
Of course. So that means you need to educate our people in a village, of course, to have that kind of mentality that it's not just about you coming to school and putting on a white shirt or putting on a shirt and attending. So it's been like when you complete the university, you need to have government job, you need to have a job that puts you in a higher position, and even if they are paying you 1,000 Ghana cedis, they are proud because you always wear your attire going to work. University, they are proud.
Exactly.
But when you complete the university and come back and be in their same shoe, and you be like, so what was the essence of you attending the university? But we need to shift the mindset of them, because if they were farming in this way, and we've also completed the university and we are farming the same way, there's no changes, of course. So when we go there, we add value to what they are selling over there.
Okay.
We add value to it. Now, when anything that you add small value to it, the price of it changes.
Certainly.
Yes, people have money and they want to spend them, and we also create value for them to spend those money
on those values.
Of course. Now, when we sell, let me say we are selling a bowl of Gary, as I use an example, for 30 Ghana cedis for a bowl in the market. Now, when you package it and sell it 50 Ghana cedis for market, they still buy.
Yeah.
Of course, you see the value. The product or the packaging will not even cost you like maybe 10 cedis or 5 cedis, but you've been able to sell it for those. So value, adding value to something, gives you a lot of income.
Wow.
You shouldn't be doing the same way that they are doing. We have something called innovation. You need to innovate yourself. Be creative. Just change something. Don't be in the same way. If they are producing how do you call it, drink, don't also produce them in the same way. Add value. Change them. What makes your product different from your competitor? Now in the competitive market, or let me say the market, you need to be competitive over your competitors. So if you are not competitive, you still be in the market as your opponents are.
Okay.
Of course. So you need to add value to your product. Don't, when you have value, the price, whether the price is whatever, they still buy.
They will still buy.
Of course. Let me use Ideal Milk as an example. Ideal Milk, and you compare it to the other milks, you will say maybe Ideal Milk has added value to it. So anyone, when you bring two milks in front of someone, and Ideal Milk is bad, you obviously choose Ideal Milk.
Yeah.
Of course. So add value. Now iPhone has focused on the rich, not the poor. He has focused on the rich. So when you bring an iPhone and let me say Techno to someone, you obviously pick the iPhone.
Exactly. That's so true.
So now their competition is between Samsung then the iPhone. Of course. But they are just focused on the rich. So they have created a value for themselves. Yes. Wow. That's how they have just positioned themselves.
That is so beautiful. We are about to wrap up this conversation. I think we have to continue another time. We'll make time to talk because we've been here for quite a long time now. And so what do you have for my viewers? You know, even before that, I would like to thank you so much for honoring my invitation as well to speak to my audience as well. I really appreciate, you know, because when I sent you the message, I was like, okay, well, let me see if you are going to accept that. And truly, you've accepted to talk to us. Okay, so now tell, what words do you have for my viewers and subscribers?
What I would tell them, or I greet them, and what I would tell them is be yourself. Okay, self-awareness is one thing that always push you ahead. You need to know yourself, what you can do. You shouldn't be copying people's lifestyle. Know your background, where you come from, and go by it. If you are not rich, don't be portraying a rich lifestyle.
I love that.
Yes. Know the background you are coming from. After all, when you complete and you go there, nobody knows that you were poor. Of course. It's a university and it's a community on its own. Live a lifestyle. Now, let me use this as an example for you that when you portray the lifestyle of a rich person and someone wants to help you, the person knows that you're already rich.
Sure.
So there's no need for helping you. But if you are portraying, like, I'm not saying you should be dressing anyhow. But if the person knows that you are this and you need help, they help you. Sure. But if you portray the rich lifestyle, they already know that you are already rich. So myself over here, I don't portray myself in any rich way. No.
You just present
when I tell you my story, then you'll be like, I don't believe it. No, that's my story. Of course, that's my story. So you shouldn't be copying the lifestyle of people because they are portraying that kind of lifestyle. Be yourself. If you don't have, don't force yourself.
Be yourself. If you don't have, don't force yourself.
Yes.
Mr. Dapila Moses, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, boss.
Thank you so much. All right, so thank you, my audience. Thank you, my viewers as well. I really appreciate you. We'll continue another time. So turn on the post notification bell, like the video, share the video as well. I am your village boy, and I always, you know, promise you that I'll bring so many things on this platform. So don't leave this platform. Keep supporting. We'll meet again. Bye.